So in today's video we'll be discussing about the sulfur cycle, which is again a very important biogeochemical cycle. So let us first introduce ourselves to what does this word sulfur cycle means. So sulfur cycle is a collection of processes by which sulfur moves in the ecosystem. Sulfur cycle is a sedimentary cycle. So when it comes to the biogeochemical cycles, basically we have two types of cycles. One are the sedimentary cycles and the second one is the gaseous cycles. So sulfur cycle, phosphorus cycle, they all come under the category of sedimentary cycles, whereas oxygen cycle, your carbon dioxide cycle, they all come under the category of gaseous cycles. So what does this word sedimentary cycle means? So these means that they are the cycles which comprise of weathering of existing rocks. The rocks present, they are weathered down, that is followed by the erosion of minerals, and then they get transported and then they are deposited and finally they are buried. Now let's see the various steps that takes place in the sulfur cycle. So the very first step in this cycle is the weathering of rocks. That means that the sulfur from the rocks reaches the soil through weathering. So weathering takes place, as a result of which sulfur from the soils reaches the soil. Then in the soil, the plants derive the sulfur in the form of sulfate ions, and then it is changed into organic forms in the body. Then further these plants are eaten by organisms and hence sulfur moves up the food chain. Now when these organisms die, again the sulfur is released back into the soil, and some of it is taken by the microorganisms present in the soil. Also, there are natural sources which emit sulfur into the atmosphere. The sulfur which is present in the atmosphere, that is released into the atmosphere, that eventually settle back to earth or come through the rainfall. This is further drained to rivers and lakes and then eventually comes to the oceans. Some of the sulfur from the oceans go back into the atmosphere through the evaporation process or through the sea spray. What does this word sea spray means? It is spray of sea water that forms when ocean waves crash or high winds are blowing, and the remaining sulfur go back to the ocean floors. It forms a layer of ferrous sulfide which is responsible for the black color of marine sediments. So if next time you see a sediment which is black in color, you must be the first person to make it out that it is because of the presence of sulfur. So here you can see the sulfur cycle. We can see that through the process of weathering, from the rock sulfur gets into the soil and it is taken up by the plants in the form of sulfate ion. This sulfate ion, when enters into the plants, it is then further it gets into the crop which will be harvested, or if these plants, when they are died, when these plants die, that gets into the plant residues, and from those plants residues we get organic sulfur. Okay, we also get organic sulfur from animal and manures and biosolids, and this organic sulfur that can again be converted into ionic sulfur, that is sulfate ion, by the process of mineralization. And this sulfate can also be converted into organic sulfur by the process of immobilization. So these two processes, mineralization and immobilization, I'll be discussing them separately in another video as well. So, and this sulfate can also be leached out from the surface of soil through water, and it can either be eroded away or it can enter into the atmosphere in the form of sulfur dioxide, or it can get into plants in the form of gases as well. So these are all the processes and all the steps that are involved in the sulfur cycle. Now let's look out at the organic and inorganic forms of sulfur that are metabolized in the soil through the following transformation processes. So mineralization, it means that the organic sulfur gets converted into inorganic compounds like sulfate ion, right, with the help of microorganisms. So when an organic compound is converted into an inorganic compound, that is basically known as mineralization. Assimilation or immobilization is the reverse of mineralization. That means here the simpler sulfur that is converted into gets converted into complex organic compounds. For example, the sulfur begins with the weathering of rocks, which releases stored sulfur. Sulfur comes in contact with air and gets converted to sulfate, and further they get incorporated into bacterial and fungal cells. So pardon me here sulfur cycle will come. So sulfur cycle begins with the weathering of rocks. As we know, this releases sulfur. When the sulfur gets in contact with air, it gets converted into sulfate, and then it further gets incorporated into bacterial and fungal cells. So here you can see how mineral form of sulfur gets converted into an organic form, or how organic form gets converted into a simpler mineral form. The third one is the sulfur oxidation. This involves the oxidation of compounds like sulfides and thiosulfides. And the fourth one and the last one is sulfur reduction. So this is opposite of sulfur oxidation. It means the sulfate here gets reduced to sulfide. So that's all about the sulfur cycle. Feel to ask any questions regarding this, and also you can give me more suggestions regarding the new videos. Thank you.